Hello there, and welcome to the stream. This is part 6 of our ongoing journey to finish off Might and Magic 3 on the Amiga. Back again with a Halloween-like theme, and this time it's truly Halloween. Happy Halloween, people. Hope you're having a great day. We'll spent most of last stream desperately trying to finish off the Arachnid Cavern, and didn't really succeed. There is some sort of number puzzle that we still haven't finished. Happy Halloween, Aquafin. Semi, welcome to the stream. And we didn't really finish off that puzzle, and I don't really know what is going on with that. So you'll take another look at it. We got a lot of different hints regarding the number that we're supposed to guess without much success, actually. So we'll return now with a clear mind and try it again. Let's jump into the game here. Now game is semi-paused. We returned basically to exactly where we were before, standing in front of this throne here. This is Lord Might, and we already saw this hint, but let's get reacquainted with this riddle. To solve my riddle, best you must visit all the lords in this cavern and collect their clues. Welcome back, Amiga 1200 gamer. And you will be able to determine the magic number, but only if you proceed in an order Lord word would find agreeable. This is basically our first hint here. And all Lord word really had to say was subtract my price and you will be through. 50 gems is the fee I request to teach the skill linguist. And we already learned the linguist skill, and I'm not entirely sure what he means by proceeding in the order Lord word would find agreeable. Now, start with mine. It's 2 primes less than twice the crystals in this maths. Now, we already counted all the crystals. This is basically the first hint. And now there is a question here whether he's counting the crystals in this room or in the entire Arachnid Cavern. If he's counting all of them, then there are a total of 13. So that times 2 would be 26, and 2 primes less. That's either deducting 2, which is 2 primes since 1 is a prime, or it could potentially just be 2 prime numbers less, which would then be 19. Potentially, since 25 is not a prime, neither is 24, but 23 is. 22 is not, 21 is not a prime, 20 is not, but 19 is. So it's either 19 or it's actually deducting 2 primes, so that would make it 17. Sort of depends. So in my mind, there are at least 3 different perceivable answers to this question: 24, 19, or 17. So that's the first hint. Now, the Lord word is probably the last one. There's a question as to in which order to take this. No. Second hint is potentially this one, which is add Lord Might's number, then multiply by 2. That gives us 3 possible outcomes then, which would be 24 by 2, which is 48. 19 by 2, which is 38, and 17 by 2, which is 36. Now, Lord Accuracy says add half the number there could be of you, which is either 4 or potentially 3. If you count the hirelings, it's 4. If you don't, then it's 3. Well, let's assume that it's 4, which would then make it 52, 42, and 40 as perceivable answers. We've finished this, and we've done this as well. Now, if we follow Lord Magic next, then our clue is to subtract the gongs, then multiply by 52. Now, if we subtract the gongs, that's 48, 38, and 36. If we multiply that by 52, then we get something entirely different. Let's see what the that's 2496, 1872, and 1976. So these are the 3 numbers here. Now Lord Prayer says multiply by the number of gongs to make your answer true, and it doesn't, since this is multiplication, it doesn't really matter in which order we do this, so just take these numbers, 2496, and multiply them by 4, which would then make 9984. $79.04 or $74.88. And now we've completed Lord Magic and Lord Prayer. And then there are basically two subtractions. First we subtract 449, which would yield us 9535. $74.55 and $70.39. Then from that we should subtract 50 again, which was the last hint given to us by Lord Word. So that's potentially 9535 minus 50, which would then be 9485. All of these numbers sound sort of unlikely. Although it's impossible to tell in this sense what's likely and what's unlikely. Now, potentially the answer is 9485. Should we attempt it? We lose nothing by doing so. That's incorrect. Let's try one of the other ones. It's not 7405. And potentially it's not the third one either. No, it's not. Okay. Let's see. We definitely do know the number of crystals. But this clue isn't really clear. It isn't clear what he means here with 2 primes less. And it isn't clear what he means by twice the crystals in this mess. Happy Halloween, Taiko. Welcome to the stream. Now, let's see. We're decent enough. If we assume that Lord Might has the first one, and let's assume that he could mean it's possible that he means 24, depending on how this is calculated. If it's calculated as a direct minus, then it could potentially be 24, and that's assuming he's talking about every crystal in the mess. There are a total of total of 13 crystals, so time 2 is 26, and 2 primes less would be 24. Could also potentially, as I mentioned before, actually be 19, since that's 2 primes less. Could also 26 is not a prime. Neither is 25, 24, 23. Could potentially be 17 as well. Now there's also a chance that he's only talking about the crystals in this particular room, of which there are only 6. So that gives us 3 additional possible answers. Double that would be 12 in any case. But if it's 2 primes less, in the sense that it deduct 2 of the smallest prime numbers, then it's 10. If it's just 2 actual primes less, then it's 7. And if it's 2 less and then the prime after that, then it would only be 5 is a prime. So 10, 7, or 5. Yeah, I think 19 is the correct one, but it depends on what he means by 2 primes less. 2 primes less could also just mean that you should deduct 2 of the lowest primes, which would then make it 24. And potentially he could also be speaking about the 3rd prime from, yeah. I think 19 is actually the correct answer here, but yeah, agreed. I think this is correct. Just taking a look at this. Yeah, 1 less would be 19, and 2 less would be 17. If we just deduct 1 more, then it's 17. Now, if he's only talking about the crystals, if by in this mess he just means the crystals that are in that particular room, then it's 6 by 2, which would then be 10. If you just deduct 2 times 1, 7 if you go for 2 primes less, or 5 if you decide that it's the 3rd prime down. So these are 6 potential answers. The next hint was is probably this one: add Lord Might's number, then multiply by 2. Or it could be that Lord Accuracy is next, add half the number there could be of you. That's also possible. It could be. And that number can either be, here's another problem, that number can either be 3 or 4, depending on whether he's talking about party members or party members with hirelings. So I think we need to assume every option there. So then we are left with 12 different numbers. Without hirelings, we could have 28, 23, and 21, 14, 11, and 9. And sorry, this is with. And without would then be 27, 22, 20, 13, 10, and 8. And if we assume that this is then number 2, and this would be number 3. Now it says add Lord Might's number, then multiply by 2. Does it mean that we should add it again? And multiply the total by 2? It's entirely possible. And by in the order that Lord Word finds agreeable, does he mean, do they actually mean alphabetical order? It could be. Let's go back to the game cam. Do a quick stroll here. We leave this place right now and return to the main hall. Let's see. It is. Got to unmute Pretzel again. It's good to have it in the background here. Yeah, the thing is, there are potentially so many different solutions to this puzzle. All depends on how you decipher what they're actually saying. It's very difficult when the questions are this vague to figure out the answer. So visit them again, and if it's tied to alphabetical order, then it's pretty important to have the correct names behind the riddles. This is Lord Speed, so I already wrote that one down. This is Brother Seta. He's not an actual lord, so he has no clue for us. He serves other purposes in the game. And there is another one over here. And another throne here. That's Lord Accuracy. I already wrote down his particular clue. Missing a name behind one of them. There isn't one up there because that's just a gong, but there is another one over here somewhere, yes. This is Lord Luck. Okay, this is the one I forgot to write down, so this is Lord Luck. So if we assume that it's in alphabetical order, which it could be, it's not impossible, then Lord Might did say to start with his, so that's probably true. Let's start with his number and then follow with Lord Accuracy's number, which would then be half there could be of you, which is either 3 or 4, which we've done here. And if we continue following the alphabetical order, then Lord Luck is next. So add Lord Might's number, then multiply by 2. So we will add that particular number again, so we will add 24 to 28, which is 52. Add 19 to 23. Let's see here. will potentially be 42. And at 17 to 21, which would eat us 38. To 14 would then yield us 24. At 7 to 11, which would yield us 18, and then at 5 to 9, which would yield us 14. Leaves us with the other ones, which would then be 27 plus 24, 51, 22 and 19, which is 41. (20) and 17, which is 37. 13 and 10, which is 23, 10 and 7, which is 17, and 8 and 5, which is 13, and then we are supposed to multiply all of them by 2, so that's 104, 84, 76, 48, 36, 28, 102, 82, 74, 46, 34 and 26. So we have now 12 potentially different numbers. Then next would be Lord Magic. And he says track the gongs, so that's easy enough. They are 4, so that's 100, 80, 72, 44, 32, 24, 98, 78, 70, 42, 30, and 22. And then we are supposed to multiply this with 52, so that's 5200. $41.60. $37.44. $22.88. $16.64. $12.48. And then followed by $50.96. $40.56. $38.48. $23.92. $15.50. Finally, and finally 26 by 52. No, sorry. looking at the... Might be looking at the wrong numbers here. I need to do this again for parts of this, just to be absolutely sure we're not... I hadn't multiplied the wrong number here. This is all correct, but these are probably incorrect. Some of them at least. 3640 is right for the third one. Started looking at the wrong row here when multiplying, which is not good. It's 2184 and 1144. And 1560. The one before that. So okay, we have all the 12 numbers here. So this is Lord Might, and this is Lord Accuracy, and this is Lord Luck. And this is then Lord Magic. And next one in the line would then be Lord Prayer. He would be the fifth one. Multiply by the number of gongs to make your answer true. So we need to multiply all of these numbers with 4. Now, if any of these counts are wrong, then all of these answers are obviously wrong, which is great. $23.84. $16.224. $14.560. $87.36. $62.40. And $45.76. Now next in line would be Lord Speed. And he says subtract 449. Which would then be 2351. $16,191. $14,527. $87.03. $62.07. $46.87. And starting from the other number, 19,935. 9935. $15,775. $14,111. $8287. $5791. And finally 4127. Now subtract my price and you will be through was Lord Word's hint. So potentially take 50 from this. Which yields us 2301. 16141, which is probably the most likely answer. Although it's probably not. $14,477. $8653. $6157. 4637. 19885, right? Yeah. 15725. 1461. 82375741 and 4177. 4077, I should say, gives us those 12 possible numbers, of which we are pretty sure that 16141 is probably the most correct, though not entirely convinced. So switch back to the game cam. This is a very annoying puzzle because there are so many potential answers and there's a lot of mathematics involved. At some point I will get annoyed enough to put this into a spreadsheet to calculate it for us. Let's go back here. Not the Halloween game cam. It's the other one. Fix that. Let's not lose our way here. It's not a good idea. This is not correct. Need to go further down. We've been in this cavern for so long now that I'm starting to know my way around, which is sort of scary. Here's Lord Might. There he is. Yes. Is it all the lords? Yeah. I've already done that. You fool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. At least we will try it. 16141. No, that's not it. We've been bamboozled. It's 2301. So the prime solution is just to deduct 2 times 1. And we have apparently solved his puzzle after a lot of calculating. So it's every crystal in the place, and subtracting 2 primes basically just means subtracting one twice, and then following all of the other hints in alphabetical order. So that's a yay. I think the bot is dead. Do something about that. I think I forgot to start it again after last night's reboot adventure. It's back. Oh, it's not completely back. Wait for it to be back. Now it's back. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, we got the right number. Where is my command? Are you there, Mr. Bot? No, you're not. Let's going to need to authorize the bot again. Yeah, it was basically deducting the number 2 from the because by 2 primes he basically meant 2 times 1. So that's actually what he meant. Incredibly enough. So all that work of putting it together was sort of unnecessary, but he did mean all the characters with the hirelings, so they did mean 8 characters and not 4, so that's good. I think the bot is potentially actually connected now. Yes, he is. Let's try this one more time. I think we are deserving of that after finishing this fairly annoying maths puzzle. Now, let's see. You can restore the crystals in the cavern for 5,000 gems. That's tempting. There's a lot of character skill involved in restoring all of the crystals. There are 13 crystals in total in the cavern, so that's a lot of skill to be had. I don't think we actually have 5,000 gems on us, and 5,000 gems is a lot of gems. So not right now, but potentially later. So just go over the solution to the puzzle again. Let's show it here. With that mouse. It's right here. Let's see. The hints were the Lord Might gave us the first hint, which was basically to multiply the number of crystals and deduct 2 primes, and it wasn't entirely clear what he meant, but the total number of crystals was definitely 13, so times 2, that was always going to be 26. And the first number that we attempted here was 24, which was then 26 minus 2. Then the third hint was basically to proceed in the order Lord Word would find agreeable. We sort of guessed that was in alphabetical order, so we started with Lord Accuracy, which was at half the number there could be of you, and we assumed that was with hirelings, so it would be 4, which led us to 28. Now Lord Luck, which was next in the alphabetical order, set to add Lord Might's number and then multiply by 2. So here we added 24 to 28 and then multiplied that by 2, which led us to 104. Then we followed Lord Magic, and he wanted us to subtract the number of gongs, which are 4, and then multiply by 52. So that eventually led us to 100, which was 104 minus the 4 gongs, and then multiplied by 52, which was 5200. Then Lord Prayer wanted us to multiply by the number of gongs, which we did, ended up with 20,800. Next was Lord Speed, which wanted us to subtract 449, which led us to 20,351. And the last one was then Lord Word, which wanted 50 gems as a fee, so we deducted 50, which led us to 20,301, which happens to be the right answer to this riddle. Easy this was not. Solve it we did anyway, which is good. And as a reward we got 1,000,000 experience points, and the option of having the Lord reset all of the crystals here, which we might take advantage of at some point. Right now we only have 70 gems, we need 5,000, which is quite a bit. So potentially later in the game I will write it down in the notes here again. Mark it as uncompleted here in the document. We know we can return here. I'm somewhat curious about now is whether the throne in the center of the cavern is still unoccupied, which it has been since we started, or whether something changed by solving the riddle. No, it's still unoccupied, so that's another unsolved mystery in this cavern. I will also mark that with red. It's the exact coordinates here. Where are we? We are in, it's 15-7. Other than that, we are basically done with this Arachnid Cavern for now. Probably have to return, as is the case with many of them, at some later date. Should probably save. Don't remember if we did. get out of here. Okay, this is done. There is the first floor of that castle we haven't explored yet. Might as well do that right now. I think potentially this is where we should be returning the artifacts of neutral, which we've already actually found. Castle Blood Rain, yes, let's go in by all means. This is the dungeon. We haven't even completed the first dungeon yet, so we'll leave it for now. One of these stone heads here in the middle, let's see what he says. It's probably another riddle. It's another one on document here. There was a riddle in the first castle as well to guess the password. This is probably the second hint. The second is in grave and also in gloom. Okay. Once the castle shrine was filled with artifacts from a glorious past, but they were scattered during the Great War of the Alignments. I, Kathos, am bent to the task of securing their return. That which you bring me now will be returned to the shrine, but there are still others waiting to be discovered. Take your reward and continue the search. Okay, so I was right about that. It's the artifacts of neutrality, which are returned here. What was our reward? Did we get any? Potentially we did. Either in the form of gold or in the form of experience, I'm not sure. It didn't actually say. Some reward we probably got. Or potentially an item, I'm not sure. You might have gotten a Quatlu coin, I don't know. Yeah, the extra hour probably helping you. The time over here is exactly the same as it's always been. So my clock hasn't changed. And in fact, I don't remember if I mentioned it on stream or not, but the clocks here are eternally stuck on summertime. We decided to abandon the daylight saving time many years ago and left the clock on daylight saving time. There have been some attempts at making changes. None have been successful, so UTC it is all year round. The first is in flower and also in bloom. The second is in grave and also in gloom. So these are the two hints that we have so far. DST doesn't make any sense in Iceland. During summertime it's basically bright 24/7. So what daylight is it that you are saving? And, it's basically an oxymoron, this northern of a climate. I think the only reason we did it at the time was to for other nations doing business with us during these summer months. Not necessarily because it made sense for us as a nation. Third hint is here. The third is in chamber and also in room. whatever that means. It's amazing how the Pretzel ambience channel fits this game perfectly. It basically always sounds as if the music is right on cue for the game. It's weird. We're not even strong enough to bash these. Yeah, that isn't entirely true, however, since it's basically only the about maybe 2 or 3 weeks time where we have 24/7 daylight. Around the summer solstice, then it starts degrading slowly again. We hit a low point during the winter solstice where it's bright maybe 4 hours out of the day, 4 or 5 hours, all dependent on the weather. The last is in WEF, but not in the loom. I have no idea what this is hinting at this current point in time. Chances are these hints will make sense to us at some point, but I certainly do not right now. There are all of these doors here, which we haven't really explored yet. I'm not entirely sure what's behind them. This current point in time. We've at least gone the full circle. So make an attempt at opening some of these doors. I'm not entirely sure where they lead. Ouch. Don't be nasty. We are not getting through this door, that's for sure. Not at this current stage of the game. The center room remains here. It's our good friend, the Joker. What is a witch's favorite breakfast? Scrambled eggs. It's very funny. Also potentially the cryptographer's favorite breakfast. Obviously, if we open these chests, the castle guards will come for us. All I'm going to do is approach them to mark the squares and then go back. Definitely, almost definitely not worth it to actually pilfer the castle treasure. Never has been in this game. Right down this part, it's probably a lot later parts of the riddle, though. Evil schemes are quick to gain. Neutral plots shall be their bane. Fine. And I assume, yeah, there's yet another head here. The powers of good pledge peace to life, but a neutral mind delights in strife. Fine. Makes sense for the castle of neutral to have an interesting experience with the neutral alignment. Now, this is Tumult, King Chaotic. A very interesting time it is indeed. My friends, the good King Righteous and Malefactor are vying for the souls of men like two dogs tearing at a piece of meat. It is my sole desire to agitate their conflict and keep it such that the bulk of their forces remain pitted against each other and out of my affairs. That makes sense. Bring me the power orbs so my influence may rise above that of the battling forces of good and evil. As long as I keep them in check with each other, my schemes can be executed unhindered. It does seem as though we will at some point have a choice of where to deliver the power orbs. That is Castle White Shield, which I assume is the good castle. There is Castle Blood Rain, which I assume is the neutral one. I'm almost certain it is. And then there's at least one more on the map, which is then potentially the evil castle. Now we are leaving a lot of stuff behind here because we can't access it at this point in the game. Now will have to be that way for now. Now let's see here. We had already pretty much finished mapping this aisle here, but not the aisle on the other side. Don't remember if we actually finished up this. Yeah, we did. Resting on a crimson pillow within a case of glass sits a gold card with an N-grade pyramid. Break the glass, yes. I'm not strong enough to break the glass. Okay. This is the key card to the pyramid. I assume we will gain access to it when it is time to do so. The pyramid is basically the almost the final point of the game. The point I reached before in this game before eventually having the game crash on me in the pyramid, so I wasn't able to complete it. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time around. This aisle we haven't explored. It's basically the if we take a quick gander here at the map, a good idea. So take a look at the map here. Yeah. Basically here in the land of Gargoyles, we were on this particular island here, and this is basically where the keycard was. So we are basically here in this spot going into the land of Gargoyles. There is some sort of dungeon here as well, which we haven't explored. Potentially some sort of castle. Take a look. See, let's switch back to the game cam. Yeah, go forward here. Shoot these guys. It's a boogaboo. It's the spell set for energy blast. Probably don't need to cast anything that costs us anything. We'll use the acid stream, I think. What's her current spell? Cure poison. We don't need that at this current point in time. Which to maybe pain. Down goes the Boogaboo. A good name for a monster, if you ask me. So, mark the squares closest to the water here first. This pretty large piece of land here. You come across a small alcove carved in the side of the mountain. We will search it. Found some boots. Sort of boots. Noxious boots. That sounds nice. Always wanted to be noxious. Maybe even obnoxious. Let's see. Plenty of monsters awaiting us. More alcoves. Found some more boots. What kind of boots did we find this time around? More noxious boots. So now we have 2 pair of them. We can be obnoxious every day of the week. More alcoves. Unsurprisingly, we have found some more boots. Going to assume that we will find 6 of them. Just guesswork on my behalf, but does seem likely stage. Pretty much at the end of this aisle here again. Map the outsides here. I don't think we can go any further at this stage since we can't really walk on water, but we can swim. Although we do now have the we now have the ability to we have some items that could be used to cast the walk on water spell. We'll finish every cavern on these aisles before straying further away from them though. Not very far from that point though now. Made good progress. Now I think we're poisoned at this stage. Might as well turn on the cure poison spell here. Give the monsters in the game one thing. They are very generous with the gems. What does the sign say? The sign says artifact point. Those are probably those noxious boots. So potentially some of the good artifacts as well, which we still haven't found. Let's here. Close up this part. Plenty of the bugaboos. Going to need a little healing spell here. Use the cure wound spell. It realistically be strong enough. Could potentially rest at some point. Potentially here. We go. Let's head back to the other side. We have a ghoul now as well. She doesn't look very well, potentially poisoned. Ghoul was pretty tough. I assume she's poisoned. No, she's weak. Okay. She's weakened by the ghoul. Let's move here and the rest. Yeah, we're doing fine now. Let's continue. The ghouls do take quite a bit of eating. I assume he's weak. Doesn't really matter as he's really just casting. Although his image is a bit funny. Another Pokeball. This island looks pretty small on the map, but it's actually pretty big. A crude pair of wings drawn in blood mark the door of the hut, and there. Yeah. In the center of the hut is a hideous black marble statue of demon's wings outstretched in ritual pose. It is the shrine of the Chagrin, general of the Gargoyles, that once haunted Locust Grove. Pray at the shrine. Yes. That hurt. There's another alcove here. We found an enchant item scroll. We already have one of them. Give the other one to William Tell. There's a grave there. I just spotted. Let's I think we should rest here before continuing, and potentially even save the game. Several large bugaboo larvae squirm in the fresh dirt of the open grave. Destroy the grubs. Yes. The small stones you throw at the larvae, strike them with a dull thud. We get 25,000 experience and 50 gems. So we've destroyed the lair of the bugaboos. A few of them still remain, so let's it's funny how they either the armor class of the sorcerer is fairly low, or they concentrate on hitting the sorcerer. Found a ring. What kind of ring? Brass ring. Hoping it was ring my bell, but it's not. More bugaboos. Let's do 2 rounds of the Cure Wound spell. Little restoration. We will rest again when we get back to the other side. Do 2 squares at a time. So this is a fairly big landmass, but there isn't a ton of stuff actually happening. It's mostly just barren wasteland. Not a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, break on through to the other side. That was also a song. The grave looks freshly exhumed. Examine closer. I assume it's Halloween. Why not? A rotting corpse who whispers to you with earthy smelling air. The more there is of it, the less you see. What is it? Darkness. Black Wind, the Spellbinder, married Anathema on day 60. This is a clue we will need at some point. Let's write this down. Oh, this was an easy riddle, so I suppose this is something that we definitely need to know. Where are we? B3. I'll make note of this. On we go. Here is a dungeon that we haven't visited yet. We come across a small alcove again. It's an etherealized scroll. Yeah. Let's see. We already have one. Would be good if you could order the spells, but you cannot. Not sure he actually does. No, he probably does not. Let's have him learn it then. Yes. A valuable spell, a late level spell in the game. What is this? It's the Cathedral of Carnage. Oh, that sounds very nice. We won't go in here just now. I'm just checking what it is. Oh, it's the Cathedral of Carnage. In location. Where are we? B3. 97. That sounds like a fun place to fight, which I assume we will do at a slightly later date. We found a teleport scroll. Oh, that is immensely useful. One of my favorite spells in game number 2. We used it a ton. There don't really seem to be magical levels as such in the game, in that I still haven't found a spell that we can't cast. Now, potentially we need something a little bit more powerful than this. Let's go for something like the Fireball. Something like the Toxic Cloud. What is the spell she is casting? Did we set another one? But still what I think it is. Plenty of the ghouls, so it's Ghoul Central. What is she casting? Cure wounds. Maybe something a little bit more powerful, like the power cure. Right now. Another one joins the battle here. Restore the sorcerer to full power. That was a decent fight. 2000 gold is our reward and 8 gems, which seems like a low number of gems considering the amount of enemies that we just fought, but fine. Grave looks freshly exhumed. Examine closer. Yes. A rotting corpse whispers to you with earthy smelling air. What is too much for one, enough for two, but nothing for three? A secret. Graven the Illusionist married Anathema on day 50. It's another tip here. Oh, I still remember the solution to this riddle since I played this game the last time, whether you believe that or not. I remembered it the moment I saw it because I remember struggling with it. The darkness one was easy, came to me naturally, but I struggled a lot with this one till I stumbled upon the answer. So I remembered it immediately. Another grave. A lamprey sits on the chest of a quivering corpse, sucking its stale blood and replacing it with quickening fluid. Kill the lamprey. Yes. Your boot pushes through the chest of the corpse as you stomp the lamprey, putting an end to the undead plague. 100,000 experience. The halberd. The scimitar. A cameo. A short bow. Okay, some items to take a look at. Once we're done exploring this place, we will head to the town. We need to train up and get some more food, go to the blacksmith, go through some items. A simple, abandoned looking shack. Yes. That was nice. But we found a ring. Oh, I guess that's worth it. Exacto ring, I assume that's a ring of accuracy. Should probably rest right now. Took quite a bit of damage. I think we're done with this tiny isle here. And we can see, what can we see on the other side here? Take a look, quick gander at the map here. What is it that we see here? And how did we reach it before? We're in B3. Let's see. A, E, what is it that we see here? Potentially the tiny isle that has Castle Greywind. How is it mapped? How is that possible? Definitely can't go there right now. Might have been moved there before by a teleport of some sort. We can certainly see it. And we're definitely done here with this. Let's move on a bit, get to town again. Make our way to the road here again and go to Wildabar. Here we are. How are we actually doing on food? We're still good on food. The food here lasts considerably longer than it did. This is the bar. Buy a full pack. I think it was 15 days or something. It's quite a bit. It's late now. Smithies is closed. Let's rest up here. Smithies is open. Let's start by fixing any broken items in the inventory. Surprisingly, there are very few of at this moment. Some. I find it pretty difficult that the cost of repair is basically the same as the cost of buying a completely new item. It seems harsh. Now, what do we have here? We have quite a few of the Quadloop coins. We might be tempted to go back to the slot machine and try our luck with these. We have at least 3 of the coins. And very little else of any value here. Let's see what we have here. We have some of these boots, which give us a +1 armor class bonus and a 40 resistance to acid and poison. Sounds pretty nice, but I think we already have, in most cases, better boots in terms of armor class. So we'll be taking quite a hit there. Store them anyway. Does this gold glaive do? 12 to 20 damage. Decently good weapon. This one is, however, more valuable. What is it that we have here? the damage. But, worth about 1,000. Yeah. Potentially just sell this glaive. More of these boots here, and this brass ring is worth very little. This bronze halberd also. Sell these scimitars, both of them, and this short bow. This ring is potentially valuable. Might equip that. What does this iron camel do? Yeah, might wear that as well. Let's see. So not a lot of item changes, very few. In fact, wear this exacto ring, which will increase our accuracy. You can wear this iron cameo, which gives us a little bit of an extra armor class boost. We're already wearing better boots. Yeah, we are. So that's good. Now we're done with the blacksmith. Let's get to the training next. This is not the training. This is the training. Yes. 2 levels here. We need 630,000. 2 levels here as well. 2 levels here. 2 levels here. 2 levels here. 3 levels here. So definitely worth it. We leveled up a lot. So level 12, level 11, very short from reaching 12. 11 here, 13 for the robber, 13 for the sorcerer, and 12 for the cleric. We did cheat a little bit with the sorcerer. We gave him some extra experience at one point in the game. So he basically gained a free level or 2. Otherwise he would probably be about at the same as the cleric, being about a level lower and needing about 600,000 to level up. So some 1,600,000 experience points, give or take, away from his current position. Now, I think we at this point have quite a few caverns on the other side of the isles that we have not completed. So I think that's our next step at this time before we venture into finishing off the Cathedral of Carnage. Got to change the spell. Fireball spell. Probably a bit strong for the spider. Say it was overkill. Fine. I'm surprised there are still spiders left here. We've killed quite a few of them. You think so? Could be drawn to their own web. The potential solution. The problem, remove the web. My hat is not fitted in the correct place here. Actually move the cam a little bit. Slightly better. Tilt it a little bit more. There we go. Now let's see. What is this? Faint puffs of smoke seep through the cracks in the doorway. These are the halls of insanity. Ouch. Can't even see yet, and we've already been hit by something. Ouch. Stop this. It's a mini dragon. Wow, we got lucky there. We really got very lucky. Very good, Gleaser. Did I actually hit save? I'm gonna hit save again anyway. There we go. Let's turn on the light again. Oh, this was a tough start. Dragon was seemed very healthy. So the halls of insanity. Let's hope we don't go insane in here. Rarely has there been a game as well suited to the theme of Halloween as this one right now. There's a lot of fairly spooky places here in the another one of these damn dragons. Probably best to approach it, not give it a chance to attack us multiple times. It's a bad idea. He actually can't take a ton of damage, but he can do a lot of damage to you if you allow him. Is this a monster? Yes, it is. Yes, it's a monster. What kind of monster is it? It's a mystic cloud. How lovely. Let's rest. It's a tough place. We'll rest and save regularly here. I assume these statues ask questions and that we need to answer to gain access to these areas. Find that out later. Let's explore the place first and get rid of the nasties as much as we can. Another of these mystic clouds here. Take this. Why does he have no spell points? Is that something that the Mystic Cloud does? Run away a little bit here. There are two of these dragons, which I really do not want to meet with 0 spell points. That's a bad idea. Let us out, please. Came pretty close now. Now he has 221 spell points, so apparently the Mystic Cloud, what it does is suck away our spell points. That in combination with the dragons is pretty tough. There's a dragon right in front of us. What spell did we have here? A power cure spell. Actually, not what we want. There he goes. At least one of them left here, if not two, in this dungeon. This is most likely take that. Not all that hard to kill, but cause quite a bit of damage. I think we've killed 4 of them now, so let's continue exploring this place. It seems to be basically mirrored on both sides. Looks pretty much exactly the same. There are at least 3 of these guys here guarding 3 of these gates. Wonder if there's actually something here in the middle, or whether it's just for show. It's probably just for show. Yeah, it is. Let's see what these guys say. A fierce lion in statue form. Read the inscription. A window they seem that leads to no corridor. Their colors lucid like a gem. Reflections they cast, though not a mirror, beauty resides within them. These are gems. A window they seem that leads to no corridor, their colors lucid like a gem. They're not a gem. Reflections they cast, though not a mirror, beauty resides within them. Rubies. Not crystals, not rubies. Come back to this one. Right, another one. A fierce lion, statue form. Automatically it's done. I don't have to think. It darkens my world for a bit. Comes and it passes quick as a wink. The twofold cleansing flit. Blink. Yeah, that's correct. So that's 1 open. That wasn't terribly difficult. The river of mine always flows down, never the same is its course. Laden with salt, it outlawns a frown, the great sea, it's not its source. What are they? They are tears. That one was also fairly easy, so the only one we haven't solved is the one on the other side. These are eyes. Yeah. Going with the trend of the questions and answers. That's 3 out of 3. Let's pass these. Lovely. A mystic cloud. Really does drain the spell point from everyone. No, just the sorcerers. Okay. Save. Before attempting this one, there's a hint here. No, an English riddle, a riddle in another language is always pretty difficult. It's just the case. Let's see. Add to the hints here. This is the halls of insanity, and there is a hint here. The orbs rest in the eyes of eternity. This is actually a hint as to the location of the power orbs, which we are pretty far from actually getting in the game, but a hint nonetheless. There's another hidden wall here and another one here, so 2 ways we could potentially go. Another hidden room here. And a door here. Another one of these damned eyes. Ouch. Like that. Yeah. And a dragon there as well, which I'm not eager to fight without any spell points. Let's run away from it a little bit here. See if we can get away with resting. Good. Go back. Will not have left the place. It is. Let's approach it before it kills us. Does do a ton of damage. We'll need to use the power cure, which is here on the sorcerer. Yeah. Okay. We seem to be just about the right level to be working on this cavern at the moment. It seems difficult, but not overly difficult. Just a bunch of doors, however. The hell is that? What on earth is that? That's an evil eye. How incredibly weakened we are before facing this dude. Chances are we won't survive this. Oh. We actually came fairly close. First time we died tonight. We'll save just before going in that door, and potentially the trick to use here is to get out of the way. We don't get hit by the magic of the eye. So much for that. It'd be good if we could rest before facing the other one. Let's try it. Yeah, we succeeded in doing so. That makes the rest of this so much easier. This guy is a real piece of work, given that. Not affected apparently by this one. By this one either, so he's mostly immune to magic. Wonderful. The dragon breath did nothing to him. And seemingly the lightning bolt did not either. No, does absolutely nothing to him. We have the power cure spell, so we at least have the potential to heal, which is useful. Let's try the toxic cloud, which would then be acid. Doesn't affect him either. Does absolutely nothing. So it's basically just healing and hitting this guy. Unchagas we found. Rest we should. Talk like Yoda, I should not. We're all insane. How wondrous. Don't think we actually have a spell yet to fix that, but there was a hut on the surface where we could have that fixed for a low price. You're basically able to fix everyone for like 10 gems or whatever, or 100 gold or something like that. A fierce lion in statue form. The treasure of the eyes lies west 18. Assume that means X18. Strange glyphs of a dragon tongue. Spell messages of doom on the chest. Of course we will open it. Curse you all. How lovely. Are we all cursed now? Potentially we are. That's not good. Skip this chest. Expensive to fix and no real gain. We found 66 gold. Certainly not worth it. Just saved. What does this one say? It says the treasure of the eyes lies south 23. So I assume that's the Y coordinate. So it's X18, Y23. We'll save here before opening this chest in case it's nothing but evil, which it very well might be. Graven images of forgotten heroes at on the chest. This time around we found nothing at all. Assume we were just cursed. So that's not nice. No, we will not open this chest. Okay, that's one room here completed. There was another hidden path that we haven't gone down through here though. Still remaining was on the other side here, over here. So many hidden rooms. This is eerily similar to the first one. Let's save. There's at least a dragon there. And plenty of them. There are, I don't know how many of them here, quite a few. They're basically dead now. What we will have to do is have to lead them out of the room and fight them there. We are definitely not going to be fighting them when they can basically hit us with fire endlessly. It's a bad idea. So we'll run out, fight them one by one. I counted at least 5 or 6 of them in there, so sorry, did not mean to go in at all. Damn it. Move out of the way. Okay. This is tough. Let's see what we have here in terms of protection spells. We have the protection from the elements. Definitely fire. And potentially we also have some protection from magic. Or we might not have that spell yet. No, we don't. Don't think we have that spell yet. The protection from elements spell will help us a little bit. But not a lot. We really need to get out of the way here as soon as possible. Let's save. It does not help that we can't open the door potentially at first. Let's go back here. Run back a little bit here and rest up and hope they don't all follow us at the same time. Which I assume they won't. Let's go back down there. See if we can take them one at a time. They don't seem very eager to actually step out. I think there's only just one of them here. He's following us pretty. Maybe two of them. Let's see. The problem is our magic is perhaps of little use to in this fight. I'm wondering if we could perhaps manage to cast a spell before they come after us. Potentially we could do that. Come here. Let's move to the power cure spell. It's just the one of them, I think. To take down this one, let's run a little further back and rest. So, one down, quite a few to go. Now we know for a fact that we can't run around forever resting while we're all insane. Eventually get quite badly injured, die, so there are limits as to how often we can actually rest before we have to go back and try to save our condition a little bit here, get out of the way. get here. Or at least two of them. I really do not want to fight two of them. Ouch. Wonder if we can outrun this guy. No. There's no way we can take two of them. If only one of them comes after us, we can potentially take him down, but two is out of the question. Let's try this again. We got pretty unlucky. Go back, please. We'll have to think only one of them followed us this time around. You can see two though. Christ. The game is so slow and they are shooting at you like this that it's almost impossible to run away. Can't be done like this. It's probably potentially better to just approach the two of them, see if we can actually take them down rather than try this. We tried this method 3 times without succeeding, so yes, that means that it's near impossible. Let's see if casting the protection from the element spell might help just a little bit here. I don't think it actually does, but let's try it anyway. Recast the light spell. No, we definitely do not want to get hit once. Like this. It's very bad to get hit like this. Let's try this now. We'll need the power cure. We're gonna need the magic. Wrong spell. Did not help at all, but we got lucky somehow. Two of them are down. We have any spell like remove condition. Don't think we actually do. No. We do not, so let's cast a light spell and see how many of them are actually left. Probably and potentially quite a few. Not remember if we saved or not. At some point we will have to go back to town. There are so many of them left here. We got hit 3 times now. It's a crazy amount. Didn't make it through this one. So we also approached them too much. I think there are 3 of them left. We've done 3, there are 3 left. There are a total of 6 of them in there. Probably guarding something as per usual. Go back, go back, go back. Yes, yes, move out of the way. This really is incredibly difficult. Let's try this once more. It's very annoying that we actually have to go so far into the room because it makes us very vulnerable. As soon as we go in here, we get hit. So potentially he gets 4 chances of hitting us, which is insane. The protection from elements spell does help. We are suffering less damage now than we were. Yeah. Take that. That. This. And that. Okay, we're at this point now. We'll have to go back to town. Go to that hut to restore the insanity condition. About to die from insanity. To run back here. Yeah. Let's see. Check my outside notes here. Figure out where this restoration took place. Cure insanity. It was an A351. Where are we now? We're on A3 6 7. So it's here and up. No, sorry, down. Center of Insanity, it says. Not far off. Here it is. Yeah, we'll definitely pay. We're no longer insane. That's good. Let's rest and restore. Save again. Now the at least the dragons don't make us insane. So we'll return to the halls of insanity. And continue our dragon quest here. Cast a protection from element spell. It obviously works and helps quite a bit. I'm wondering if it's better to just go at them like this. We step here, out of the line of sight, go here, can we get away with the rustic in here? Yes, we can. In this room with the dragons, potentially not that many of them actually left. This one is. Get here, cast the protection spell before he gets here. It does reduce the damage a lot. Oh, that's good to know. Makes them much easier to fight. Let's approach this guy. Finish him off as well. It's the last one here, I think. Down he goes. All that's in here is this single chest. If it's just a cursed chest, I'll be pretty pissed. We've it has taken some effort. Let's rest and save before we try opening it. Probably keep this cavern as the last thing we do tonight. Try to finish it up. Strange glyphs of a dragon tongue, spell messages of doom. Let's try again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Obviously something of value in this chest. 101 gold and some items. I'm going to assume they're worth something. gold ropes, amber plate armor, steel winner's shield. Yeah, take a look at this when we get back to town, or potentially next stream we'll see. Treasure was in the form of items, basically. Let's see where we are. For moving forward, let's cast the protection from elements. We'll probably run into more of these dragons. This potentially was the treasure of the eyes. Didn't pay very close attention to exactly where we were. Take the other side here first. Taking the east and west side before we take... There's the eye. Or the mystic cloud. There's a dragon right there. Rest and recuperate our spell points. Accidentally press this key. Cast the protection from elements and the light. Go have a conversation with the dragon here. There he goes. Quite a bit easier if you have the protection spell in place. And if you do not... There's a door here and potentially then a door on the other side as well. This is a bit of a mirror like most of these rooms have been so far. Another dragon here. Yeah, it's exactly the same. There are two doors here. Which door should we take first? Is the question. Potentially it doesn't matter at all. Take the right one first. Let's rest. Cast the protection spell. And the light spell. Save the game before opening the door. These doors are actually pretty tough. This door is not kidding around. I might try bashing it. Yeah, being able to save everywhere really changes the game. We managed to bash it. The door was tough. I assume we've been drained of spell points, so we'll rest. Actually, there are dragons in there. More chances than not. Or something even worse. think I spotted 3 of these eyes. Yeah, there are 3 of these eyes here. Jesus Christ. Okay, we are not ready for this fight at all. We are very far from being able to complete this one. At least using our current tactics. Potentially, if we could lure them out like we did with the dragons. Potentially then. There's the mystic cloud. Oh. Still gives us a chance to rest and cast a spell before meeting the eyes. And also gives us a chance to save the game. We need to lure them out here. We can't fight all 3 of them at the same time. That is basically suicide. Okay, there's only 1 of them now, but we are severely damaged. We're going to need the power cure spell pretty badly. And I think I will start by casting it on the paladin. Have him cast it on the knight. We really need to get a hit in. Would be a very good idea. These guys are tough. We did get a little bit unlucky this time around. We weren't really able to get good blows on the guy. We had better luck with him the last time we tried. So I think we could do better with a little bit more luck. Luck remains a pretty big element in this game. Go back, please. Go back again. Move out of the way. There he is. Potentially, I will start with a power cure here immediately. Cast it on the thief. And cast it again, this time on the archer. Cast it again, this time on the paladin. Again on the knight. It's very important that we get these blows in. Can't cast a power cure again. Do we go for the cure wound spell? Try to ping the cleric back. So we can cast a power cure spell again on her. And potentially have the opportunity to heal. We didn't succeed, but we came pretty close. It's a fine line between using the paladin to cast the cures and using the paladin to fight. Would be good if you could do both, but you can't. Go back, back, back. Fast as you can. Eventually, we could cast the power cure before he gets here. Yes, we can. So we have a little bit of time to heal up. That didn't help us a ton. Might have helped us a little bit. We get 2 rounds of the power cure with the paladin. Now, we had no luck with the spells before. We still have a shield. So, we can at least use that. Cast a shield on the frontmost members of the party, and that worked pretty well. 1 down, 2 to go. Oops, that was bad. Did we actually waste the points? No. Cast the light. Okay, there are 2 of them left. Nasty things really are. Run. Whoa. That was not a substantially successful run. I think we'll mark that down as a total failure. We might have to fight the 2 of them. And, that begs the question, can we cast the shield before going in so we're somewhat protected? Eventually we could. It will cost us a little bit. Use most of our spell points for that matter, but still you're then slightly protected. So this is an attempt at this. Let's see how we do by doing this. We might then just run directly towards them. There's still 3 of them left here. Even if we've Eye Master, okay. Okay, there are 2 of these evil eyes left and then an Eye Master. We're going to be able to fight all 3 of them, so we still have to run a little bit. I assume we can take out the 2 evil eyes, but leaves the Eye Master. Let's see if we can take on the 2 eyes if we run forward and then run back. Yeah, there's a lot of fetish with eyes in these games in general. Go back, please. Yes, go away from the blows. Thank you very much. Standing right in the line of fire. The problem is that the game becomes so slow when you start getting hit that it's almost impossible to run. Somewhat makes it difficult. Let's see. haven't completely given up, but this seems pretty tough at the moment. And we don't really have any protection from magic spell, which is sort of a minus. It would definitely help at this point. We might try this as well. That would mean that we would not be able to cure during combat. I doubt this helps. It's worth it. Try anyway. Move back, back, back. Right now, right now, right now. Move back. Yes. And to the left, please. We did slightly better now. Definitely did not do well. So these are two of these evil eyes. The firebolt does affect it. At least did some damage. It's potentially good. Survive the night here. Pretty much out of spell points. Yeah, this is near impossible. We take a ton of damage. Okay. We might be able to all try it one more time, and I'll give up on this fight. These are pretty tough. And 1 or 2 times more, we'll try this. I won't bother with the holy bonus. I don't think it helps at all. Move back, 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 back. Out of the way, out of the way. Back. Move forward before getting hit again. Forward, 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 forward. Did we crash the game? Eventually we did. See if it recovers. Yeah, I think we did. And we were actually doing okay. Sadly enough. There's a logic again. Let's reset. But, this run was at least semi-successful. I think this is the best way to do it. Potentially it's still too difficult because we can't really take the hit from 2 of these eyes at the same time. It's very difficult to do. Let's see. Right back where we were. Back. Left. Back. Cast. These guys are a real piece of work. They really are. There's an option of casting the lightning bolt or the fireball here. Both of them should really do a lot of damage. Neither of them really seem to do that. We could potentially cast a fireball here as well. Let's try to revive the paladin, see if we can make him cast a power cure spell. That would definitely help. No. Okay, this is very tough to do. We would have to be extraordinarily lucky to get out of this one alive. Yeah, they are insane. It's one of the problems with the eyes. They make you insane. One thing we could potentially do to alleviate that condition is to get out of here and restore that condition. I think they're all actually insane at this current point in time. We could try getting out of here and restoring that before attempting this again. Might help a little bit. So we're very short way into the insanity. We just went out to fix it a little bit earlier. Let's see here. Need to go here and down here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Now we're no longer insane, and the shields are still in place. And welcome to the stream, Dancing Wolf. Good to see you. Potentially save the game again. Our eyes should be right in there. I haven't attempted to move out of the rain here. I do wish they would come forward, but they won't. Back. Left. Back. They do a ton of damage to us. Potentially we could cast this 3 times before getting hit once more. Now the fireball spell did seem to do a little bit of damage. I don't think we have anything stronger except for the dragon breath. So we don't have enough spell points to cast that twice even. This did absolutely nothing to them. They look like they don't have a scratch on them. Oh, we got lucky this time around. What's the status? How many hit points do we have? We have 6 and 4. That is less than great. But potentially a smart thing to do is still to cast it on the cleric. Only seriously tough. One of them is dead. Okay, that helps a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And we're out of spell points. And we're almost out of spell points. Leaving only her. This is some tough stuff. Came pretty close. Not nearly as far away as we just were. Still heavily difficult. Might attempt it one more time. We would have to get very, very lucky to make it out of this alive, though. Let's see. Yeah, we're here, okay. And even if we do manage to finish this one off, we still have the evil eye to go, but master eye, but potentially that's just one of him, not two, which would help. Go back, please, as soon as you can. Have a few power cures in us here. Potentially cast it at least 3 times. They are able to do so much damage to us. Even with the shield. Question whether we have enough to revive the knight so we can get one more blow. Okay. One of them left and very few curing chances left. We have any? No, we do not. No, this is near impossible, if not completely impossible. One more try and I'll give up. We need somewhat a perfect combination of things to happen for us to survive this. If that doesn't work, we'll move on with the third door and return to this at some later date when we have... No, it's fine, we're just in this. They aren't even leaving the room, so it's... They're not in any sort of trouble in here. can always go out of here. They won't follow us out of this cavern anyway, so it's not a problem at all. The amount of damage they do is incredibly high. I might try this Dragon Breath spell, since we only really get one chance. Did absolutely nothing. We have 12 spell points. See what we can actually cast. We were able to cast Time Distortion, which is actually helpful. Save the game. Right at this point, we've at least been able to hurt them a little bit. Perhaps the best chance we have here is to take this in 2 different attempts. To need the light. And the shield again. Let's set that up again. Waste quite a few spell points on the shield, but it's needed, or we will never make it through this. Okay, let's save now. We had at least done some damage, so they are weakened, which helps us a little bit. Here they are. At least we don't have to take as many hits as we did previously. The Fireball spell is mostly inefficient against them. What really works is just being able to hit them a lot. You need a pretty powerful blow to be able to even land a blow on them. I like our chances now that we have to have a full health again before attacking them. And what we might do now after we finish them off is to go out again and remove our insanity condition and return. Down they go. So this was potentially the right way to approach this. So head back out and restore or remove the insanity. Dungeon Master is turn-based. We've been playing it on stream, it's turn-based. Ishar, I have not played. Oh, let's see, we need to rest and recast the shield. Let's get in here before we do that. Into the halls of insanity we go. Again. And once more, not insane. Oh, this shield is expensive, but eventually worth it. don't think really that we can cast any sorcerer spells which do any sort of real damage to these eyes. The fireball spell seemed to do a little bit of damage to one of them earlier, but it's almost a fluke. Use a spell point from here, I think. You really don't use the archer for casting spells for these eyes. Is the bot. Let's see. Yeah, these jokes are bad. They really are. Let's see here. Bot is not supposed to be using my username, so I think I fixed that now. It's fairly dangerous because if someone reports the bot for spam, basically means they're reporting me for spam, and I get in trouble. It's not recommended to run the bot under your own name, but it somewhat defaults to that option. Let's have a go at this evil eye here. Won't have the Eye Master get many opportunities to hit us, or we make it here. So you can cast the lightning bolt 2 times. Eventually it does absolutely nothing. Let's see. The Eye Master is incredibly hard to hit. But doesn't really seem to do more damage. He's impossible to hit, so at little to no luck actually getting his points down. See, do we have an identify monster spell here? Yes, we do. Let's see what it's like. It has 89 hit points and an armor class of 25. What the? We'll cast a power cure here as well. Every blow we land matters. Down he goes through some stroke of luck. Yeah, Gleaser, I had a cat. Cats are very much their own bosses. If you want someone who obeys what you say, get a dog. If you want someone who might curl you if it's in the mood, get a cat. But I love both cats and dogs, they're just different. Yeah, there is also that. My cat was somewhat a dog in some senses. It really liked playing fetch for one, so if you had a ball, it very much a fan of running after it. Now we hit some sort of teleport. Let's not step into that teleport again. It's obvious there are some squares here with teleports. Yeah, this is one of them. So this might potentially be why we found the teleport spell earlier. So we can get past these squares. I'm fairly certain we were able to get in the center here without being teleported. I'll try it. Yeah, we can. Okay. And we can get here. Okay. And here as well. But we can't be in front of any of the caskets. Otherwise we get teleported back, yes. So, okay. This just requires some clever use of the teleport spell. It's not particularly difficult. Go to the center square and teleport from there. Save the game in the center. Dead in the center now. Let's save right here. So essentially we need to go forward 1, 2, 3 squares. I think it was Castor that learned the teleport spell. It should be somewhere fairly way down here. How many squares? 3. Here we are. Strange glyphs of a dragon tongue. Spell messages of doom on the chest. Let's see if we're actually able to open the chest. Might take a while. A bunch of items. Three squares south, 3 squares west, an ancient artifact of evil, useful for returning to the castle at a later date. That sounds like a pretty good skill, Dancing Wolf. These chests are pretty tough to open. You do eventually usually get lucky enough to be able to actually open them. It's all in the roll of the dice, as are many things in this game. I have to rest. We pick the lock. Another ancient artifact of evil. So 2 of them located here. Okay. Certainly press this quest again. Okay, we're done with this room for now. Should we take a look at the room on the other side? If it's similarly difficult, I might leave it for next stream. Not about to have another full-on battle with all of these eyes again. take us at least half an hour to be lucky enough to make it through another one of these. There's at least one of them there. One is not 4. Seems to be just the one. One we can do. One is easy enough. 4 is not easy. Oh, there's another one there. Damn this thing. Should have saved. That was stupid. There are 2 of them. That's easy enough. We can probably take both of them if we're smart enough to rest after fighting the cloud, because the cloud takes away all of our spell points. Come here, please. We'll kill the cloud. Rest. Yeah. It's evil, however. At least now we have the option of using the power cure, which helps a lot. It would also help if we were able to hit it. Really, the thing that makes these difficult is the high armor class. They don't actually have a ton of hit points. Let's get rid of the other one. Should be able to take this guy down, but no rest in between them. It's easier. Unnecessarily difficult to try to take 2 of them at a time. We are returning to... The game is returning to form. Every time you get cocky, you get killed. It has sort of eased us into this. It has been fairly friendly to us so far. Just trying to not have to rest too many times, because the insanity will eventually kill us. So every time we rest, we get closer to having to leave to finish that off. Okay, right there. Now, let's we've finished off the ice in here. Let's head out and restore the insanity condition. Fairly close to completing this. There isn't a ton left. Yes, yes. Where did I go? In the wrong direction. That's where I went. once more into the Halls of Insanity. We will rest, cast a light and save the game, and then go explore that little room on the other side there. We've done 2 of the hidden walls now out of a total of 3. Not sure if the room we were in earlier was the most difficult one, but I would assume so. We've done the hardest bit already, and what remains is the easier bit. This room does seem similar to the other one. Probably can't step right in front of the chest without being teleported. So potentially none of these squares are safe here. There's a statue here in the middle, the statue of Golden Mane, mascot of the 10 heroes of old. The plate reads, place 100,000 gold pieces in the lion's jaw, and a master of all skills you shall become. That is potentially very useful, but we don't currently have enough gold. I'll jot down this location and we'll return once we have enough gold. Let's see here. Where is it? It's in X4 Y29. Instead of buying the skills one by one for differing prices, it's very tempting to just throw 100,000 gold into this lion and be done with it. To map these squares, we will have to step into them, which we can, except for this one. This one teleports you back. Where are we? Exactly here, okay. Let's go in there. Again. I think we've mapped almost all of that room right now, except for that chest there. We'll save before attempting to open the chest. We got unlucky with some of these chests earlier. They basically just cursed all of us and gave us nothing in return. So that's not a good trade-off. Yeah. Saber, added armor, short bow. No curses, that's good. Use the teleport spell again. Yes. Here we go again with trying to open the chests. Doing a lot of rolling of the dice right now. Where exactly are we? We're on 828. How many times can you attempt the same thing and expect different results? Quite a few, I suppose. You'll have to rest. Yeah. Finally. We need to drop something. Not entirely sure we should be dropping that. Not dropping any of this. I dropped this bronze flail. It's not worth very much. Found something called a hologram sequencing card number 2. How interesting. Essentially a quest item. Why is it that I can't open any inventory at the moment? Oops. Can now. We have a ton of items here. We have so many items, in fact, that our backpacks are completely filled. So this is probably as good a point as any to return to town. Take a look at these items, save the game, and get more food and so on. We'll leave the Amiga Toronto Gamer hologram sequencing card certainly sounds like a sci-fi item. So this is the first one of such that we find so far in the game. So we still have the last hidden door in this Hall of Insanity remaining, so we'll return to it next stream, since we have to go to town at this point. I won't go through the items either. We will do that next stream as well. It's already 1:30 here. We could go on forever. This is such a fun game. I could play it through the night, but I will be very sorry in the morning when I have to wake up with the boys. Let's see here. Stroll our way back to Wildabar and save the game there. Yes. Here's the armory. We'll rest here. Save outside of the armory. That's the first thing we will do on next stream. Go through the items. I have a feeling we've found quite a few valuable items. We've found a lot of stuff in that cavern. It's been mostly successful, if a little difficult. We'll quit the game here. I will make a quick backup of the save game file, which I've done pretty much every stream so far. I forget whether it's WHD0. Did you mention something about the trolls before? The Amiga Gamer had mentioned the trolls. I'm not all that famous. I could probably do with more follows, but I seriously doubt any of these bots would actually help me do so. I'll copy this file. I've been pretty diligent about this because there was some mention in the WHD load release notes that occasionally the save game becomes corrupt. That would totally suck. So I've made regular backups in so we don't have to redo a lot of stuff we've done. Basically, just redo a little bit. Now let's see. Shall we take a quick gander into who is actually on at the moment? See if we should raid someone. Duke is on. It's been on for almost 3 hours, however. Andy is on as well. He's been on for 4.5 hours. It's a lot of time. Highly doubtful he'll be on for much longer. Shalom is also still on. He's been on for like 4 hours as well. See. Raid Calvin again. See if we are actually successful in doing so. Might not be. I'll run the extra. Thanks for coming, guys. You sleep well. And I'll potentially see you tomorrow. There is a subscriber stream tomorrow. We're playing what was that game again, Gleaser? What we're playing tomorrow? It's called Jagged Alliance 2. We're playing Jagged Alliance 2 for Gleaser tomorrow. Until then, sleep well. See you later.